Detroit Rock City. Anyway, it's 90s Friday, so I don't know what's going on there. But what's going on, everybody? I already recorded my 90s Friday thing, but I had some technical difficulties. So I'm going to go through it again. I already put these in order. I might just mix up the order a little bit. So yeah. But all the songs will match up. I just don't have access to the folder that I already printed up the album covers and stuff. And yeah. 1995, I guess the truth is 1990, 91, 92, 93, I don't own any CDs. I was born in 84. And it was really 94, 95, as like 11, 12 years old, that I was allowed to buy, a CD or a cassette tape of my own. You know what I mean? And actually got into like listening to alternative rock radio. I wasn't like some 9-year-old kid who was just listening to whatever their parents were listening to. And I think I was a little late to the party because I was like one of the only 2 kids in school who did not have basic cable. I literally only had channels 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 11. If you're in the U.S., you'll know what I mean. NBC, ABC, CBS, and then UPN 9, WPIX 11, which later became the WB, and then the CW. Anyway, so yeah, I wasn't a very cultured kid, but as soon as I heard punk rock, I loved it. I was into a lot of these bands, just that I heard on rock radio. So anyway, let's get into it. 1995 Part 2. Last week we covered No Doubt, Garbage, Alice in Chains, Beastie Boys. Not Beastie Boys. That was 94, 2 weeks ago. Garbage, No Doubt, Alice in Chains. What else did we do? Let's take a look. Oh, I'm on airplane mode. I can't. Anyway, let's get into it. Sorry for the long-ass intro. All right. So last week we did Green Day. The album Insomniac, 1995. Obviously, the follow-up to Dookie in 94. Not a lot of commercial success. Definitely a lot less than Dookie. It's hard to follow up a monster album with, 3 or 4 big singles. I mean, Dookie is a diamond album. Sold 10 million. And, yeah, it's tough to follow up. We did the song Brain Stew. And pretty good tune. But I gotta say, my favorite Green Day song from 1995 is definitely J.A.R. Nothing, it's alright, 'cause that's the way I want to live. And so I live, one confusion. And if I actually play the clip, YouTube pulls my videos. I literally get 5 to 10 views because I put them on YouTube unlisted. You can only get to my videos through Hive. That might be silly, but especially in this format where I'm sharing songs, I don't know. Maybe I should put them public on YouTube. Advertise, try to make a little extra money. But for now, it's Hive exclusive. Only you Hivers get a piece. But yeah, J.A.R. from the Angus soundtrack. It definitely sounds like it was recorded for the Dookie album. I'm not sure if it was. It doesn't sound like a B-side. It's literally the best Green Day song from the 90s. It's such a good song. So I don't want to double up with Green Day last week. So we're opening up with Green Day J.A.R. Definitely was one of my favorite songs in the 90s. I still like it. I'm kind of over Green Day to some extent, but this song, I remember the first time I heard it on the radio, and I just loved it. And I think it is probably one of the top 3 best Green Day songs. Next up, a shocker that I left it off last week. That's why I had to come back, do more 1995. Smashing Pumpkins' Monster record. Whether you like it or not, Smashing Pumpkins are definitely a band that in terms of commercial success, you kind of got to put them in the same breath. Soundgarden, Beastie Boys. in terms of 90s, Red Hot Chili Peppers, No Doubt. You know, it's funny, No Doubt really had one big album. You know? They should have had more success in the 90s, but they never released another 90s record. It took them 5 years to do the follow-up. But anyway, enough of talking last week's tunes. So yeah, Smashing Pumpkins, I'm going to pick the song 1979 from Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, double album. Same producer as Nirvana, Nevermind, Butch Vig. He produced, I think, all the Smashing Pumpkins albums in the 90s. At least the first three. Gish, the next one from 93, and then this one. Next up, Space Hog, Resident Alien. So most of the bands I pick for this series from 1990 to 2000, going through a year at a time, I generally pick albums, and then I pick a song to represent the album. So most of these are like iconic 90s bands, Soundgarden, No Doubt, Garbage, Beastie Boys, Chili Peppers, Nirvana, Alice in Chains. But definitely I've done a couple one-hit wonders where the one hit was just so good, I had to include it. For 94, I did the band Sponge and the song Plowed. I Gotta Do It Again. Space Hog, the album Resident Alien, the song In the Meantime. Just a great song. One of those rare 90s songs where it's like, yeah, I don't really like the album. But man, this song is special. I don't know why somebody's honking. I'm recording in the car. Got some work being done over here. Another one will be like the band Harvey Danger and the song Flagpole Sidata or whatever it's called. Paranoia, paranoia, everybody's coming to get Gene. That'll be 98. Next up, Presidents of the United States of America. Let's see. Self-titled record. Kind of a two-hit wonder, you know. But I enjoy these tunes. I think they're a solid part of 95. You have the song Lump and the song Peaches. I'm going to go with the song Peaches. Going to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Next up, the band Filter. Hey Man, Nice Shot. This is definitely a little harder. Very, very kind of Nine Inch Nails kind of vibe. Actually, the dude from Filter was the guitarist for Nine Inch Nails for the early 90s, and apparently Trent Reznor wasn't paying him enough, and he wanted to, he wrote this song for Nine Inch Nails, but Trent Reznor didn't want to give him enough publishing or something, so he left and did his own thing. And yeah, this was definitely a big hit on alternative rock radio, big on MTV. Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter. The next song's pretty mellow. I think I got a cushion. It was something in the middle, and I'm not sure what. Let's go Everclear, Sparkle and Fade. Obviously, their 97 album was really, really huge with singles like Everything to Everyone, Father of Mine. There was one other tune. I'll cover that in 97. But I'm going to go with the song Heroin Girl. The song Santa Monica was pretty huge. I'm gonna think about it. But it's going to be one of those two songs repping the album. And as we get down to it, I got to do Collective Soul. You know, that's going to be a bonus. So hold on a second. That was 93. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. Oh, Gin Blossoms, Till I Hear It From You. Mellow song, but totally 1995 iconic. Empire Records soundtrack. It closed out the movie. Ironically, it was not on either of their two big albums. You know, the first album had Hey Jealousy, that came out in 92. And then the follow-up came out in 96. And this was a big single. You know, they put out an EP with a couple other new songs. But Till I Hear It From You, I think a great nostalgic 1995 tune. So got to throw it in. And then, you know what? I'm going to throw in Blues Traveler from the album 4. The song Run Around. Just classic 1995. You know, I'm kind of going out of my bounds of mostly alternative rock. But screw it. You know, enjoy the tunes. All right, bonus jams. A couple songs, for the bonus jams, the rest of the ride through, 96 to 2000. I'm just going to pick songs that I missed in previous weeks that I think are like very nostalgia, 90s. I got to do the song Shine by Collective Soul, 1993. I don't think it got a lot of radio play till 94. So we're not too far out from it. But definitely got to do Shine by Collective Soul from the album Hints, Allegations, and Things Left Unsaid. Again, another one-hit wonder. I really haven't done many of those this 90s run. Kind of making up for it today, doing, Blues Traveler and Space Hog. And, REM. 1994, the album Monster. I skipped over that. I also skipped over Losing My Religion. But since we just finished up 94 before this, I'm going to go with What's the Frequency, Kenneth. I did it for a Daily Jam recently, so throwing it in here as a bonus. And then I got to do, I think I'm at like 10, 11 songs. Screw it. Let's throw in one more from 94 I missed. Portishead, Sour Times from the album Dummy. Portishead was kind of like this trip-hop electronic music kind of thing. I remember my sister was into it. And like a friend, definitely very alternative. But it's not like alternative rock. It's kind of its own thing. But it's worth checking out. And that's 3 bonus jams. And I think like 8 or 9 regular jams. So I'm going a little over today. As we get to the mid and late 90s, that's kind of when I came of age. So I'm trying to mix in some tunes that weren't necessarily my favorite, but I think represent 1995. And also just throwing in some favorites. For 3 Tune Tuesday, earlier this week, I picked songs from the punk scene that were definitely not commercially successful, that are just stuff I personally like. I'm trying to stay away from that. Besides throwing in the occasional one tune for this 90s Friday run, I'm really trying to focus on songs that, are very nostalgic. So a lot of these are mainstream. But if you didn't get enough, scroll a couple posts back. Check out my 3 Tune Tuesday post. I actually posted it on Monday, a little bit early, so you can scroll back like 4 days. Check it out if you want to hear some more 90s, but some underground music. And, that's about it. I'll be back with 1996 next week. What do we got for 96? I started looking at it. You can jump off, by the way. I'm just curious. All right, I got Social Distortion. I skipped them in 1992. Maybe I'll bring you a bonus jam from them, too. We got Weezer's second album in 1996. We got Primitive Radio Gods, another one-hit wonder. Standing outside a broken phone booth with money. Do 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 na 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 na. You guys know the song? Let's see, 1996. I don't know. I'm gonna have to jump into it. The Sneaker Pimps, 6 Underground. That'll probably make it. And yeah, that's all I got so far. Oh, Bush's second album. Produced by Steve Albini, the same guy that did the last Nirvana album, In Utero. And that's like 5 tunes right there, isn't it? I think Matchbox 20's album came out in 96, even though it didn't blow up till 97. And, if I don't have a ton of picks. Oh, MXPX, Life in General. That's a lesser-known band. One of my favorite pop-punk albums. Very similar to Green Day, Blink-182 kind of vibe. So that's like 6 tunes right there. So I'll be back next week. And I'm looking forward to doing 96, 97, 98, 99. And I'm going to throw in 2000 because, hey, the 2000 was really just another year of the 90s, in my opinion. And I love you guys. Later.